Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the last leg of our webinar series on FDAS and Pava. Good morning. Our topic for today is on the design standards of public address and alarm system, and this is hosted by Anako Philippines Corporation in partnership with Honeywell Philippines Inc. And special thanks to Curated and Chicken Honey. My name is Michi Ali, and I am Anako Philippines Corporation's Business and Brand Development Manager. Anako Philippines Corporation has been in the business of supplying construction and industrial products for 25 years now, having been founded in 1995. And in these 2 decades, we have served innumerable contractors, consultants, and developers in various industries in the Philippines, ranging from residential, commercial, industrial, and healthcare to leisure and entertainment. Therefore, whatever projects you have, we will be able to serve you. We have also established several offices and warehouses across the country in order to serve the entire nation. Our location is in 1674 Quezon Avenue here in Quezon City, which is also the location of our mother warehouse. And we have an extension warehouse in Valenzuela City. And as mentioned earlier, we have a Cebu office here in Mandaue, and which is also the location of our Cebu warehouse. We have 3 major divisions. And the first one is electrical. So we have our own brand of boxes. So we have SC Smart electrical boxes. We also have ABSO electrical boxes and floor outlets, hockey pipe supports, Smart Tube electrical conduits, Yaham lighting, LED industrial lighting, and Luxtella from Europe. We also offer plumbing products, and that includes Echo Valve for plumbing and mechanical valves and OCV control valves. For fire protection, we offer a lot, as this is our main division. We have Kennedy valves from USA, Viking sprinkler system, Dragon pipes, red painted pipes, Giacomin brass fire protection valves from Italy, AGF pressure gauge, Valmatic air release valves, Amerex fire extinguishers, Supreme black iron pipes, OCV control valves, system sensor detectors and switches, and of course, Honeywell. Now, to give an overview of who Honeywell is, which is our partner for this webinar, let me call on Honeywell Philippines Corporation's SMB Fire Sales Leader, Nico Reyes.
Thank you, Michi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time to attend this 3rd leg of the Anako webinar on FDAS. So my name is Nico Reyes. I'm the sales leader for distribution of Honeywell Building Technologies Philippines. So ito po yung contact number ko. Our office is located at level 25 and 26 at the Curve, BGC, in front of St. Luke's. So ngayon po, work from home kami because of the pandemic. Okay. So before I proceed, let me show you a video, a quick one, in introducing Honeywell.
I'm making plans for takeoff before planes even land.
I'm helping make jet fuel from mustard seeds.
I'm making aerosols 99.9% safer for the planet.
I'm working on precision airflow control systems that ensure reliable room pressurization and directional airflow, controlling airborne pathogens and providing better infection control.
I'm helping protect critical infrastructure
from cyber attacks.
I'm turning warehouses into symphonies.
I made pilots see mountains through the fog.
Estoy produciendo equipo de protección que mantiene héroes a salvo.
I'm making it possible to breathe on Mars.
I'm making brains
for ears.
I'm making concert halls perform.
I'm working on flying taxis.
I'm making a digital twin of this analog factory.
Seriously, flying taxis.
At Honeywell.
At Honeywell,
we make a lot of incredible things.
But mostly,
we make the future.
Okay, so Honeywell po is a Fortune 100 company. So we are based in the US. Most of our businesses are in aerospace. So we also have businesses po in performance materials and technologies catering to refineries. We also have businesses po in safety and productivity solutions. I belong po to the Building Technologies Group. So ang Building Technologies Group po, We have building management systems, building solutions. What we're discussing now is fire, electrical products, we have security systems, and we have metering solutions. So I have counterparts po for these lines of business here in the Philippines. So for our fire alarm po, without batting an eyelash, Honeywell is the number one in terms of global market share po pagdating sa fire. So si Honeywell po has been trusted by projects like Burj Khalifa, Marina Bay Sands, Sydney Opera Houses, mga metros, airports, and the likes. But in the Philippines po, Honeywell is installed in big malls like SM, Robinsons, Rockwell, Okada. We also have our public address and voice alarms in schools and hotels. But this morning po, kahit kapapasok lang po nito like sometime 2016, 2017, we are already present in a lot of projects. Special thanks po to Anako for marketing this very well. So let me share with you po that you might have heard that there's Honeywell FDAS in what we call the enterprise. So there's Honeywell HS81, ESSER, and Notifier. So these brands po are mostly catered by SIs or importers na sila na rin po yung dumidiretso sa project. What we have po in the mid-segment is Firelight, DXC, Morley Light, System Sensor Conventional, and yung dinidiscuss po natin, our newest, the Morley UL. Also, we have VESDA, which is the aspirating detector po mostly for data centers and cold storage. Bakit po madami kaming brands? But because for different segments po, we recommend different solutions. Like for landed houses, we recommend 10-year battery life detector. You ask Anako salespeople about this. We have this. For mas price conscious po na projects, we have mass mid. These are very price competitive. For commercial solutions po, also price competitive, Morley DXC and Morley UL. And for data centers and cold storages, we have Vesta. So, bakit po meron kaming distribution? Honeywell recognized na hindi lang po sa critical projects dapat nandun ang Honeywell. So, we recognize that there are opportunities from the emerging middle class. So, these emerging middle class generates a lot of opportunities for business. Because as we all know, yung BFP po natin would require FDAS for mostly from 2-story to 15-story based on occupancy. So whether it's apartment, business occupancies, mga hotels, educational, industrial, storage occupancies. So bakit po kami merong mid-segment or small to medium building segment? Because in this segment, ang kailangan nyo pong produkto is mostly price competitive. It should be simple and user-friendly. Yun po yung i-share ng anak ko sa inyo. This system is very simple and user-friendly. It should be efficient. Siyempre po, kahit mas maliit yung project, we need reliability. So kailangan po, reliable pa rin yung product and you have local support. And of course, we don't want solutions na overkill kasi hindi na po magiging price competitive. So this is the goal of our Morley business po, which is catering to small and medium businesses. What we want po is to give savings to the contractors more than anything else, value for money. At the same time po, it should always be compliant. When we say we're UL listed, it should be compliant to UL standard, easy to install and commission. It should be backed up by companies with good reputation like Honeywell and Anako. It should be reliable and well supported. And of course, we keep stocks of these products. So what is our business model? Anako po is handling the logistics, inventory, sales, marketing, and technical. So we deliver value through reliable partners such as Anako, especially po for Morley. So again po, thank you for your time. I'm Nico Reyes. Over to you, Michi and Eman, Engineer Eman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miko. Indeed, Honeywell has
Thank you, Michi.
been a partner for how many years now? And since 2016, and they really are our brand of choice for FDAS and Pava. Now, I know some of you have attended our first 2 legs of this webinar series, but again, to notify you, we will have an exclusive promo announced later on after the discussion. We will also have an e-raffle. So 14 lucky winners will be receiving 500 pesos worth of Starbucks cards by the end of this webinar, and we will also be giving out digital certificates. So please wait for the link, which will be flashed by the half of by the mid part of this webinar, so you can have your digital certificates sent to you. Please also do use our Q&A box. Please feel free to use that if ever you have concerns or questions, and our trusted engineers, Engineer Adrian Samson and Engineer Jezer Busbus, will be there to answer you. So I know you're all waiting for this part of the discussion. If you have friends or if you have colleagues that you'd like to invite to this webinar, please just share them the link anytime so that they can enter. So without further ado, let me introduce to you our speaker for today. He is a registered electrical engineer. He's also a registered master electrician, and he was a guest speaker for IIEE Cebu last October 25, 2019. He is our speaker during the first two of our webinar series. So let me call on Engineer Emmanuel Cabrera.
Hi guys, good morning. So thank you, Miss Michi, for that very wonderful introduction. So I hope you are all guys doing fine right now. So today we'll be discussing about the design standards of public address and alarm system. Okay. So presented to you by Anako Philippines Corporation and in partnership with Honeywell. So, as per NFPA 72, so the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, so in its chapter 1, it says that the scope of it is the NFPA 72 covers the application, installation, location, performance, inspection, testing and maintenance of fire alarm system, supervising station, fire alarm systems, public emergency alarm reporting systems, fire warning equipment, and emergency communication system. So sa under emergency communication system, dun under yung ating VA, sa ating PAVA. And their components. So pasok dito yung application, installation, tsaka location. So lahat yon scope ng ating NFPA 72. So, NFPA 72, Chapter 24, or our Emergency Communication System, ECS, the system covers under Chapter 24, under for the protection of life. So, naka-highlight, protection of life to protect life. By indicating the existence of an emergency communication and communicating information. So, magbibigay siya ng information sa ating mga tenants or sa mga people doon sa premise to facilitate an appropriate response and action. So para magkaroon sila ng necessary action na gagawin in case meron tayong emergency. So first, balikan muna natin. What is communication? So it is the imparting or exchanging of information. So pwede siyang ikaw, magbibigay ka ng information to a person, and pwede rin siyang meron kayong exchange of information. So pwede siyang verbal. So like may kausap ka, yung friend mo, kausap mo, that's verbal communication using our voices. Okay? Next is non-verbal communication. So like yung pagtaas ng kilay natin, pagtungo natin, pagkindat, yan, mga non-verbal communications natin yan. Okay? So, written communication. So, as the name, as it said, written. So, sulat. So, pwede tayong sa chat, yung mga sulat natin doon. And another visual communication. So, for example, yan is mga video natin. So, like webinar din. So, that's visual communication. So what is the process of communication? So paano ba? So may proseso pala kung paano tayo makapag-communicate. So first is there is a sender. So merong someone na magbibigay ng information. So he or she encodes a message. So gumagawa siya ng information na gusto niyang iparating sa someone. Okay? So yung sender, gagawa siya ng message. Okay? And itatransmit niya ngayon tong message na to papunta sa due person. So bago niya matransmit yon, meron tayong tinatawag na channel. So yung channel, ito yung means niya, ito yung dadaanan para matransmit niya yung kanyang message. Pero bago makarating yun dun sa kanyang pag-receive o sa taong magre-receive nun, meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga noises. So yung mga noises na yan, nag-i-interfere yan dun sa message na gustong ibigay ng ating receiver. So dapat malesen natin yung noises from sender to the receiver para yung message natin is clear and concise na makakarating doon sa ating receiver. So sa receiver, pagdating ng message kay receiver, i-decode niya ngayon yung information. So aalamin niya kung ano yung laman ng message ng ating sender. And syempre, importante na meron tayong feedback. So, dapat merong feedback si receiver dun sa decoded message niya. Dapat meron siyang ibibigay na bato dun sa message na binigay ng ating sender. So, importante rin to sa ating PAVA system, itong means of communication. So, makikita natin. So, next. So, still pala, meron din pa rin tayong noise pag galing kay receiver papuntang sender. So, nagkakaroon pa rin ng noise. Okay? So, sa NFPA 72, so in general, ang sabi nila is dapat intelligible yung ating voice message. So, dapat yung mensahe natin clear. So, emergency communications shall be capable of reproduction of pre-recorded, synthesized, or live. So, example natin, meron tayong microphone, meron tayong telephone, handset, and radio sa messages. So yung sinasabi natin sa communication, dapat from our sender, papunta kay receiver, maliwanag niyang or clear niya makukuha yung message ng ating sender. So dapat yung ating sa VA natin, sa voice message, dapat intelligible. So dapat yung noises natin is malesen, papunta dun sa ating receiver. So, as per NFPA 72, meron tayong Chapter 24, Classifications. So, meron tayong Emergency Communication System shall consist of two classification systems. So, meron tayong one-way and two-way. So, for example, ng ating one-way, we have our PAVA or PAVGM. And sa two-way natin, meron tayong tinatawag na fireman's telephone jack. So, meron tayong mga example ng one-way and two-way. So, ano ba yung Pava natin or yung PAVA natin? So, our public address system is a system of microphone. So, meron siyang microphone, amplifier, and loudspeaker used to amplify. So, ina-amplify niya lang, pinapalakasan niya lang yung speech natin or kung meron man tayong background music in a large building or an outdoor area. So, in-amplify niya lang. So, PA, it amplifies our message or yung music natin. Okay? So, PA system are used in a public venue that requires an announcer, performer, so mga banda natin, sa mga concerts, sufficiently audible at a distance over a large area. So, again, dapat sufficiently audible. So, dapat clear yung message na makukuha natin at a distance kahit malayo at meron tayong kahit na meron tayong large area. Okay? So next naman is our voice alarm system or VA system. So sometimes referred to us as a voice evacuation system. So it is the system that assists in effective evacuation. So it assists sa evacuation ng ating mga tenants sa ating building. Kung meron man tayong fire, meron tayong bomb alert, or any other emergency situation. Okay, pwede yung earthquake, yun nga, meron tayong bomb. So may fire or any announcement na meron tayong emergency, nag-a-assist siya nun. Okay? So, bakit natin kailangan ng voice alarm? So, meron tayong tanong ganyan, bakit natin kailangan ng voice alarm? So, meron tayo isang study. So, ito yung ating resource ng ating study is the misconceptions about human behavior in fire emergency. So, it's published in Canadian Consulting Engineering at 1997. Okay? So only 13% of people react in a timely manner to bells. So example ko nito kasi one time nagko-commission kami ng isa naming project. So napatunog namin yung bell. Napatunog namin yung kanya fire alarm. Pero saglit lang naman, for some time lang naman. So around 2 seconds. So almost wala. Halos wala talagang nag-react doon sa bell. Okay? So talagang mababa yung reaction time natin kung bell yung ating mapapatunog. Next natin is only 45% of people react to text information. So yung mga exit signs natin. So for example niyan, nagkaroon tayo ng fire alarm sa isang building. So madalas sa atin, pag nasa loob tayo ng building, kung saan tayo pumasok, doon din tayo lalabas. So ano nangyayari? Nababaliwala yung mga exit signs natin. So yung mga exit stairwells natin, nababaliwala lang. So siguro mas convenient or mas malapit siguro sa kanila, pero nababaliwala natin yung purpose ng ating emergency exit. So 45% of the people lang nagre-react sa text information. But pagdating sa ating PAVA, 75% of the people react in a timely manner to our voice messages. So 75, so malaki yan. At 3/4 yan ng tao dun sa ating premise. So kung mas mabilis silang mag-react, so mas mabilis yung ating evacuation. So lesser yung time na kailangan natin gugulin para ma-evacuate yung tao dun. And maaari talaga tong mag-save ng life dahil nga napakabilis ng ating response sa ating emergency. Okay? So, meron tayo sa ating PAVA, meron tayong tinatawag na pathway survivability. So, it depends sa ating risk assessment kung ano yung pathway survivability ng ating sirkito for our PAVA. So, di ba yung ating PAVA is wire. So, may ginagamit tayong wires specific para dun sa ating mga speaker. So meron tayong iba't ibang survivability level. Meron pathway survivability level 0. So sa 0 natin, wala naman requirement na provision for its survivability. So madalang naman siyang gamitin. So next is our pathway survivability level 1. So sa pathway survivability level 1, the pathways in the building that are fully protected by our automatic sprinkler system. So dapat yung mga ating pathways is protected by sprinkler system. So dapat it is in accordance with NFPA 13, the standard of installation of sprinkler systems. So next natin yung pathway survivability level 2. So para ma-attain natin tong survivability level 2 natin, so dapat one or more of the following dapat is ating makukuha. So meron tayong 2-wire fire-rated circuit integrity cable. So ito yung CI cable natin. So dapat fire-rated siya. It will last, gagana siya up to 2 hours na meron tayong fire. Okay? So 2-hour fire-rated cable system. So dapat fire-rated yung ating cables. And meron siyang electrical circuit protective system. So may mga protection yung ating cables. Meron siyang 2-hour fire-rated enclosure or protected area. So yung mga compartmentation natin or yung pagde-divide ng ating building into compartments. So 2-hour fire-rated nun. And 2-hour performance alternative approved by our AHJ or our BFP. So dapat isa dyan ay makuha natin para sabihin level 2, yung survivability level ng ating pathway. So, for our pathway survivability level 3, so ito naman is combination ng ating level 1 and level 2. So, dapat protected yung ating circuit ng pathway ng level 1 ng ating automatic sprinkler system. And level 2, so any of these 4 dapat meron siya para ma-consider na survivability level 4 yung ating sirkito. So next is, okay, loudspeaker design tayo. So what you need to know. So dapat yung load natin sa loudspeaker layout natin. Yung speaker type, yung speaker na gagamitin natin in specific areas ng ating building. Our ambient noise level, your background noise natin sa isang location. Yung area coverage natin na lalagyan, and yung loading natin ng ating amplifiers. So for our loudspeaker placement, so the best loudspeaker layout should be an even spread. So yung even spread na yan, talagang medyo natin yan, na dapat evenly spreaded yung ating distribution ng sound within a room. This may mean using more loudspeaker at a lower sound pressure level rather than one very loud one. So kung meron tayong, for example, meron tayong speaker na mataas yung kanyang nalalabas na sound pressure level. Pero sa sobrang lakas niya, medyo yung ating message is hindi na intelligible. So mas pipiliin natin na mas mababa na SPL or sound pressure level na mas maraming speaker kaysa dun sa isa na malakas pero hindi intelligible masyado yung kanyang ilalabas na audio. Okay? So as you can see dito sa ating bad distribution, meron siyang locations na mahina yung ating audio and may part na sobrang lakas. So we are aiming lagi at a good distribution ng ating layout. Dito, as you can see, good yung distribution ng ating audio. Okay? So loudspeaker selection tayo. So for our ceiling loudspeaker, so as it names, so ceiling siya ikinakabit. So it gives good music reproduction. So pag nasa malls kayo, maano natin na maganda yung quality ng music ng ipinapalabas ng ating mga ceiling speaker. It is used in low-level multi-point for smooth and even distribution. So kung mabababa yung ceiling natin, doon natin siya pwedeng ilagay at many multi-point, iba't ibang location. And even, so yun din natin na dapat even distribution siya. So kung meron naman tayong larger area of installation, we should set them in a grid pattern. So ano ba yung grid? So meron tayong mga horizontal and vertical lines. Dapat dun sa intersections nun, maglalagay tayo ng ating mga ceiling loud speakers. So area of installation natin, pwede siya sa mga hallways, pwede rin sa offices and mga areas na merong smooth ceiling. Okay? So it is typically rated at 6 watts. Kung makikita nyo, yung ating mga model dito ng mga ceiling speaker natin, itong code sa dulo na 06, yan, meaning yan 6 watts yung rating ng ating mga ceiling loud speakers. So, our cabinet type loudspeaker. So, used within a room of a limited size. Kung meron kang room na maliit lang naman, pwede na tayong gumamit ng ceiling loud speaker. So as you can see naman, yung mga ceiling loud speakers natin is aesthetically pleasing naman siya. So kung makikita nyo is, loudspeakers may also be used as ceiling. So pwede natin siyang ipalit sa ating mga ceiling speakers. When loudspeakers were suspended, ceiling is not available. So pwede natin siyang install in a suspended manner. Alternatively, a number of suitable cabinet loudspeakers can be used in large office areas to provide sufficient coverage. So pwede na yung gumamit ng maraming na cabinet loudspeaker para mabigay natin yung kailangan nating audio sa isang large area. Okay? So pwede siya sa mga small spaces na area, but pwede rin sa malaki, sabi nga dito. Okay? So next is for our loudspeaker selection, our horn type loudspeaker. So kita natin, trompa siya, horn type siya. So this is weatherproof. So pwede natin siyang i-install outside kasi weatherproof siya. Meron siyang IP protection. Able to direct sound in a well-defined pattern. Okay? Compact and sturdy. So talagang matibay na talaga siya tingnan. And maliit pa siya. Dahil dun sa re-entrant type niya, itong part na to, folded siya internally to make the unit shorter para mas mapaliit yung ating horn. Okay? So, areas of installation, maaari siyang sa warehouse, pwede rin sa canteen. So, marami naman siyang area of application. Ito yung mga sample ng areas of installation. So, next natin is for our projected, Next naman natin is our projected loud speaker. So, weatherproof din siya. Excuse me. IP rated siya, meron siyang ingress protection. So, pwede siyang installation outside natin. It is able to direct sound in a well-defined pattern din. Projectors are more directional than cabinet loudspeakers but have better musicality than horn. Yung horn natin, medyo medyo sabog ng konti dahil nga napakalaki niya ng kanyang range. Pero yung ating projected loudspeaker, mas well-defined yung musical, nare-reproduce niyang sound. So mas well-defined. And pwede mo siyang i-direct to a certain spot dun sa ating area. So, areas of installation, kung makakasakay tayo sa MRT ngayon, sa MRT, naka-install is projected beam detector. So, railway stations, noisy machine shop. So, kung maingay yung machine shop mo, yung ating speaker, nakatapat dun sa certain area lang para mabigay natin yung message dun sa location na yon. Car parks and shopping centers. Next naman is for our column loudspeaker. So meron siyang wide dispersion or a radiation pattern in a horizontal plane. So kung horizontal yung ating malawak yung kanyang sakop. Pero narrow kung vertical plane na. So kung makita natin sa design, is talagang horizontal yung kanyang dispersion. Okay? Effective siya in areas with difficult sound characteristic. So for example natin is churches. So anong meron sa churches? So mataas yung ating ceiling. So pwede natin siyang i-mount ng naka-suspend. So pwede siyang sa churches, auditoria, railway station din, and airports. Next naman natin is our pendant type na loudspeaker. So ideal siya for open areas with high ceiling. So dahil nga bilog siya at suspended type of installation din siya. Sound is distributed around 360 degrees. So kung makikita natin, bilog yung ating loudspeaker. So kayang-kaya niyang magbigay ng audio all throughout. Spear is suspended. So suspended installation siya at a convenient height above the floor with good sound reproduction quality. They are useful for voice and music in different applications. So yun yung mga application niya. Areas of installation natin, pwede siya sa mga retail units and sa mga hotels. Next naman natin is yung loudspeaker design. So meron tayong step 1 is to assess our background noise. Okay? So an intelligible voice alarm system is dependent on the sound level of the broadcast message. So nagre-relay siya sa SPL ng ating message. So calculate the sound pressure level or SPL natin required from each loudspeaker. So gagawin natin yan. The sound pressure level required depends greatly on background noise level. So mag-a-adjust tayo ng sound pressure level depende sa ating background noise. Typically, the system design should aim to deliver an SPL around 10 dB above the ambient SPL natin. So kung yung ating SPL sa isang lugar is 50, we'll just have to add 10 para meron tayo para ma-design natin yung kanyang kailangan na SPL. So what is ambient noise or ating background noise? So this is the unit of sound pressure level. It is in decibels or dBA. So the faintest sound na kaya nating marinig is at 1 dBA. So this is the faintest audible sound. So our 50 dBA, that is our typical conversation. So 80, an alarm clock. So sa 80, magigising na tayo neto. At 130 naman, this is really painful at damaging na siya sa ating tenga. So sample natin yung mga background noises natin, ambient noises natin for certain location. So for business occupancies, we have 55. So sample niyan is our mga businesses. Okay? Educational occupancies like schools, we have 45 dBA. Industrial occupancies at 80 dBA, institutional occupancies at 50 dBA, and so on. So, punta na tayo ngayon sa step 2 natin. So, loudspeaker design step 2. Let's calculate the sound pressure level. So, our sound pressure falls off rapidly with distance. And there is a loss of 6 dB every time the distance double. So typically, yung ating mga speaker, nasa specs ng ating speaker na yung kanyang dBA na binibigay at a specific distance. For example, at 1 meter, it gives 83 dBA. So for example lang yun. So yun, makikita natin sa ating mga datasheet naman. So for a distance of 1 meter from the source, kung meron tayong ito sa graph, meron tayong 0 reduction sa kanyang decibels at 1 meter. So full nating nakukuha yung kanyang kanyang sound pressure level from our speaker. So if we double this distance, if we go to 2 meters na, magre-reduce na tayo ng 6 decibels. So magre-reduce tayo ngayon ng 6. Let's double this distance kung lalayo tayo ng 4 meters from our source. Magma-minus tayo ulit ng 6 dBA and we'll have 12. Okay? Double this distance again, our 4. It will give us 8 and it will give us 18 dBA in reduction. Okay? So, magbibigay tayo ng sample ng calculation ng sound pressure level. So meron tayong business occupancy at 55 dB. Doon sa graph table natin, 55 dB ang ating business occupancy. So our target is 65. Nag-add tayo ng 10 decibels para doon sa ating design. Meron tayong distance na 4 meter from our speaker. So as you can see, our speaker is here. And meron siyang 4 meter distance papunta doon sa ating pinaka-farthest point ng ating area. So sa 4 meter distance na yon, meron tayong 12 dBA na loss. Okay? So kung meron tayong 12 dBA na loss, we'll just have to add that dun sa ating target SPL at 65. That meron tayo dapat speaker na at least 77 decibels at a distance of 1 meter. So, for our amplifier loading naman, so by adding the power requirement of every loudspeaker, the total load for our amplifier is calculated. So, sabi, i-add lang natin yung mga load na kailangan natin, yung mga speaker natin, para makuha natin yung kailangan nating amplifier. So as you can see here, meron tayong 1.5 watts na ceiling speaker, 6 nun. Meron tayong 3 watts na meron tayong 4 na 3 watts ceiling speaker, and meron tayong 6 watts na 10 piraso. So we'll just have to add that. So 1.5 natin, multiply lang natin sa 6 plus 3 watts times 4 plus 6 watts times 10, that will give us 81 watts. So add a 20% for minimum size of the amplifier needed. So para ma-account natin yung efficiency losses on amplifier and cable, and syempre para safety tayo, meron tayong buffer. So para makuha natin yon, meron tayong 81 watts natin, yung nakuha nating total ng wattage niya. Multiply this by 1.2 para ma-add natin yung 20%, and we'll get 93 watts. So, kailangan natin ng 93 watts dun sa amplifier natin sa itong zone na to. Okay? So, we'll be having our quick break, our 5-minute break. And thank you, guys. Hi guys, so welcome back. So, reminder lang, quick reminder. So, meron tayong certificate of attendance. So, you can get your certificate here at this website to, ma'am, no? This is website, okay? So, our public address and voice alarm. So, if you're looking for a flexible, highly flexible, enjoyable, and creditable integrated public address and voice alarm solutions for your building, Honeywell has a comprehensive range that integrates with other systems to provide best protection for your property, assets, and human lives in all situations. So we'll just be introducing our X618, our Pava. So all safety, no compromise. Okay, so ito yung range ng ating PAVA system. So we have our DCX2000EN or our Digital Integrated System Management. So ito yung pinaka-brain ng ating system. So yung key features ng ating DXC is it has 8 dry contacts. So ginagamit siya to activate external devices. Marami siyang pwedeng i-activate. So it has 8 pairs of loudspeaker. So each line allows 100 volt line speaker. Okay, so yung tapping natin para sa kanya, yung speaker rated is 100 volts kasi meron tayong mga speaker rated at 70 volts. We have 8 dry contact inputs. It can be linked to fire alarm control panel. So pwede tayo mag-link sa ating fire alarm control panel dahil nga pwede natin siyang gamitin katabi ng ating fire alarm. Okay? We have 4 network audio input. Meron tayong 4 na input for our network. Kasi yung ating system, it could be placed in a network type na installation. Hindi siya stand-alone. Okay? It has 4 auxiliary inputs. Pwede mo siyang mag-input ng CD, DVD, pwede rin cassette, and FM tuner. Safety and robustness. It can detect error from our main power supply. So nade-detect niya kung merong problema yung ating main power supply and backup power. Meron siyang built-in na 1 gig ng flash memory or audio storage. So yung 1 gig na yan, it's about 8 hours ng music. Okay? For broadcasting, it has 255 priorities. So ano tong mga priorities na to? Kasi meron tayong iba't ibang priority sa ating mga messages. So, kung meron tayong background music, mas less priority yon kaysa sa ating emergency or sa ating emergency not broadcast. So dapat mas priority natin yung alarm. So once na nagbigay tayo ng emergency alarm, mapapatungan nun yung ating background music. Okay? So yun yung priority broadcasting natin. So meron siyang timer broadcasting. So sa mga locations na kailangan natin ng timed broadcasting, for example sa ating mga school for 12 p.m. na break, pwede tayong mag-broadcast doon na merong oras. So at 12, mag-a-alarm siya, magbibigay audio na break na. For 3 o'clock, pwede tayong maglagay ng 3 o'clock prayer or 6 o'clock prayer. Or, di ba? Yun yung ating timer broadcasting. So it can play 4 audio simultaneously. So meron tayong 4 channels dun sa ating DCS 2000. So 4 na audio, sabay-sabay, mapapatugtog. Okay? Next naman natin is our XDA 1500. So this is our this is our amplifier. So this is our 1 channel. So isang channel lang, isang audio lang yung kaya niyang ilabas. A 500 watt high efficiency class D amplifier. Okay? So meron siyang automatic protection, protected din yung ating amplifier. Meron siyang fault detection, Meron siyang effective ventilation. So sa likod niyan, meron tayong fan na naglalabas ng heat. It detects power supply error during its operation. Protects itself from overheating, overcurrent, overvoltage, and under voltage conditions. So constructed siya ng ABS fireproof, yung ating ABS material. So lightweight yung construction ng ating XDA. So available siya sa 250, so meaning 2 channels na nagbibigay siya ng 250 watt na yon per channel. Meron siyang 4 na 125 watt, so meron siyang 4 na channel and it gives 125 watts per channel. Our XMAP4, our integrated audio player. So ito, pwede natin siyang mag-play ng CD, MP3, DAV file, and FM radio. Okay? So integrated various audio resources into one. So kaya niyang magkakasama na sa CD player, MP3 DAV, MP3, FM natin, naka-isang package na siya. So meron siyang state-of-the-art DAB, or Digital Audio Broadcast Technology. Plays music to 2 zones simultaneously. So, dalawang zone ang kaya niyang bigyan ng music. RS485 remote control interface built with reliable component to ensure stable performance. Okay, that's our XMAP4. Ito naman yung ating XNRI, our network interface. So network resource interface is a universal interface for X618 specifically lang to control access and audio extension. So ginagamit to para magkaroon tayo ng networking doon sa ating mga DCS. Okay? So meron siyang built-in na 4 gig internal audio. So kung 4 gig yan, so it's 32 hours yan ng audio. Okay? Meron siyang 4 Ethernet interfaces. So it allows communication to multiple DCS natin. Meron siyang 32 dry contact control inputs and input fault can be monitored. Kung meron tayong problema dun sa ating mga input, na-monitor natin yun. It has 2 RS485 communication terminal for integration with Fire panel via protocol. So may protocol siya na ginagamit para ma-interface sa ating Fire panel. Meron naman tayong XNPMI or our Configurable Network Paging Station. So our XPNMI Configurable Network Paging Console is a key module. This is our key module for X618 and voice alarm system. So ito yung ating paging station na ginagamit sa ating network. So separate pa yung ginagamit nating paging for a specific DCS. So kung naka-network na yung ating mga DCS, ito yung gagamitin natin para makapag-page tayo doon sa ating network. So meron siyang 4.3 inch, so colored LCD touchscreen siya. Detachable yung gooseneck niya, itong gooseneck niya yung mic natin. Meron siyang built-in monitor loudspeaker. So kung ano man yung pine-play natin doon sa ating audio, pwede natin siyang malaman through our monitor speaker na nakalagay sa ating XPNMI. Digital audio processing and flash mount desktop installation available. So pwede siyang naka-mount or pwede siyang nakapatong na. So our XPNMS and configurable network paging station then, so it connects up to 250 to 80 250 X618 system, so it transmit audio signal then through Ethernet then. Mas malaki yung LCD niya, it's 7 inch. So gooseneck microphone available, pwede ring PTT or push to talk microphone. Meron din siyang built-in loudspeaker for audio monitoring. So pwede pa rin natin i-monitor yung ating audio through our XPNMS. Configurable keys for audio task. So pwede natin ilagay yung audio task natin. Zoning and grouping ng ating mga speaker. Meron siyang manual emergency broadcast, yung switch na pula, pwede natin siyang i-press para makapag emergency broadcast tayo. Meron din siyang normal broadcast controls and zoning and grouping broadcast. Kung pwede tayong maglagay ng specific zone, for example, yung ground floor natin, pwede tayong mag-broadcast sa specific zone na yon. And grouping broadcast, pwede tayong maglagay ng, for example, zone 1, zone 4, zone 5 na group, and pwede tayong mag-broadcast sa iba't ibang zone na yon simultaneously. Meron naman tayong volume controller available, our HMVC06, so 6 watts to, 30 watts, 60 and 120 watt volume controller. So, meron siyang industrial design and stylish naman yung appearance niya. Built-in 24 volts DC relay. Meron siyang selectable power na 6 watts, 30 watts, 60 watts, and 120 watts, depende dun sa kinokontrol natin. Meron siyang 5-degree volume control levels. So, applicable siya sa 3-wire and 4-wire and 6-wire system natin. So, pwede mo siyang i-mount sa 86 by 86 na electrical box. Okay. So, meron tayong system XSmart or system management software. So, ito yung XSmart system management software is used to monitor the system status. So, ginagamit natin siya to monitor yung ating networking, yung ating mga speaker lines, yung ating power. Software is used to monitor system status. Pwede rin siyang gamitin to make announcements, audio play, and we can manage the logs ng ating system. So, flexible management of operation permission. Okay, supports display of network as a visual map. So as you can see here sa picture natin, meron tayong vicinity map ng ating premise. So nakalagay dyan yung ating mga groupings and yung ating system. It supports display the network as a visual map. Fault detection displays device ID and type of IP address. Monitors the status of all devices in the system and supports multiple broadcast modes of operation. So meron siyang record, ina-record na rin yung event logs natin and fault logs. It supports backing up the system data, pwede siyang mag-backup ng data natin. So for our small and to medium projects, we can manage 20 DCS. Meron siyang 20 channels at maximum. Throughout the network, meron tayong 5 channels for fire alarms and 15 for normal announcement. So for our large projects, we can manage up to 250 DCS. So 60 channels maximum throughout the network. 10 channels for our fire alarm and 50 for our normal announcement. And lastly, introduce ko sa inyo yung aming evac light or 8-zone alarm control panel. So meron siyang 8-zone of voice alarm controller. Meron siyang 8-zone of paging system with pre-recorded message. Adopts the LCD screen for easy operation. So malaki yung ating LCD screen dito. Simple integration with fire alarm to activate the evac alert pre-recorded message. Meron siyang built-in MP3 USB AM FM function. So marami siyang inclusions dun sa ating controller. Meron din siyang built-in loudspeaker for monitoring. So pwede mo rin i-monitor yung ating speaker lines dito dahil meron siyang loudspeaker na kasama. One microphone input provides mixing and emergency paging output modes. It provides 8 broadcast zones output function, peak power of 400 watts, and the total power of 8 zones is 1,000 watts. And meron siyang 1 alarm activation input. So pwede natin siyang i-interface with our fire alarm control panels. So for our system architecture for our X618, so here we have our DCS 2000 or XDCS 3000. Meron tayong CD tuner, and meron tayong local XPNMI. And nakakonect lang siya through our Ethernet using our Cat5. So yung mga speaker lines natin andito, we can connect up to 250 of this. So yung ating system is really scalable. So malaki yung scale na kaya natin gawin sa ating XDCS system. So meron tayong ditong XSmart or computer natin sa programming natin. Meron tayong XPNMS. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na general natin na input ng ating mic sa ating buong system. Okay? Meron tayong CD, through Ethernet din natin siya ikakabit. Modbus RS485 for our fire alarm. So pwede rin naman na dry contacts lang for our activation. And meron tayong PSEN. So yung mga areas of application natin, so for exhibit halls, pwede rin tayo sa factories, offices, hotels, urban and railroads, and offices. So guys, that's all. So I will be turning you over to Miss Michi Ali. So guys, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you sa next naming webinar sa lighting and fire protection. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Engineer Eman. Once again, we were blessed with a lot of information from that discussion. Let me call on right now Ms. Jai Kahayon. She is our sales manager for FDS and Lighting, in order to share how we can work together. Ms. Jai? Thank you, Michi. So, hi, good morning, everyone. So today is our last session for this webinar. So I would like to thank all of you for supporting us, especially in attending the 3 sessions. So maraming salamat po. So here's my details. So to all the new attendees here, please contact me through my cell phone number and email address if you have concerns and inquiries after this webinar. So today, just like during the 2 sessions, I will be presenting to you our project installation through contractors. So I believe nabanggit ni Ms. Miko yung during her presentation kanina. So to name a few, para ma-emphasize, Microtel Inn in Pampanga, La Bella Boutique Hotel, the Oriental Hotel, Studio City Tower 4 and 5, Core Hotel and Spa Makati, Nakpil Dormitory. Those are hotels and residential project reference. Next. For hospitals naman, Lorma Medical Center, Matangas Medical Center, Las Piñas General Hospital, Kawayan Doctors Medical Center, Catanduanes Doctors Hospital, and NKTI Quezon City. Next. For schools, so we have schools then. So Manila Center University or MCU, I believe Ms. Jai Kahayan is experiencing technical difficulties, but I'll continue. All right, Ms. Jai, are you there?
Yes,
sorry. Okay na, Ms. Mitch? Yes, please proceed. Okay, next slide, please.
For government building and offices naman, BIR Pampanga, on this one, so this one is one of our big project. And first, government projects, it consists of 4 buildings. So we are very happy to have this project. Another is BIR Tarlac, so same government project. Hall of Justice Quezon City, Bureau of Fire Protection Quezon City, BIR Bulacan, and the DSWD office in Batasan, Quezon City. Next. For commercials and malls, we supply to Primark Plaridel Bulacan, City Mall Bulwa, Eaton Centris Walk, Primark Kasiglahan, City Mall Ipunan, and Centro Mall Malolos. So, through contractors din po yan. And another project is for industrial. Delimundo Production Plant in Cavite, we supply FDAS and aspirating system here. So one of our key projects also. Another is the Nissin Monde Warehouse in Porac, Pampanga. 2 buildings of Mega Packaging Warehouse. URC plant in Laguna. Mazda Warehouse in Cabuyao. Kinpo Electronic Philippines Inc. Building 2, 3, and 4. And lastly, for offices and BPOs naman, Cybersgate Delta Davao under Robinson, Church of God Las Piñas, Unilab Non-Pharma Building, and Shepherd Place Garden Resort. So those are the projects that we supply through contractors. So with those references, Morley and Pava is applicable. Yung yung Hanimal Morley Pava namin is and Pava is applicable po sa lahat ng projects. So sa lahat po ng contractors na nandito,
All right. I believe our Miss Jai is having technical difficulties, but as she was saying earlier, you can contact her in order for us to work together. So her details can be found here. And I'm sure you have projects in mind for the next few months. Miss Jai is back. I believe she will be announcing 2 exclusive promos. Miss Jai? All right, so we have an exclusive promo for you. Please screenshot this promo code if you want to use them for the next few months. You can get a 25% discount on programming, testing, and commissioning, as well as 10% discount on FDAS products by using the promo code below. So please take note of the mechanics. You may submit your POs on or before February 15, 2021 to get an outright 10% discount on SRP products of Honeywell, Morley, FDAS, and Pava, as well as an outright 25% discount on PTC. So you may also submit your project names with BOQ on or before the 15th of February in order to receive a 25% discount on PTC, which will be valid for 1 whole year for the given project. So please use this promo code. This is exclusive to our attendees during the last 3 webinars. We also have a special promo price for DXC half loop kit. So please do avail if you have any projects in mind. All right, so before we end this webinar, I'm sure you're also waiting for the announcement of our winners for the e-raffle. So congratulations to our 14 winners of Starbucks GCs worth 500 pesos. Let me read the list for you. The first is Alan M. Alagos from Equilibrium Engineering, Ivan Cablayan from Quadros Enterprises, Larry Lordan from Manila Hotel, Ray Alcazar from Hope Denki Construction Inc., Neil Justin Marinas from FM Construction Inc., Christian Picaña from Jordan's Engineering, Kimberly Ann Ramos from Mighty Links, and Noela Balancho Bravo from Tri-Power Sales and Electrical Services, Christian Paul Gayem. All right, and then 10th, Van Wesley Yu Mata 11th, Ferdinand M. Cajucom, and then Elcid P. Ramos. And last two, Jerwin R. De La Cruz and Aaron Marinas. Congratulations again. You won 500 pesos worth of Starbucks cards. Thank you for joining us during this webinar. Before we end, I'm sure you're also waiting for the digital certificates. Please bear with us and thank you for your patience. We will be sending the digital certificates within the next few weeks after this webinar. Don't worry, we will send them to your emails. So again, thank you very much. Please visit our website, anacophilippines.com. You may also like and follow our SNS accounts. That's Anako Phil Corp. You may also contact us via our hotline, which is 892-ANACO-26256. And also visit our warehouse and our mother warehouse and our main location of our office, which is in Quezon Avenue, Quezon City. Thank you again for joining us during the last 3 weeks if you've been with us. And we hope to see you within the next few weeks for our next webinars. Thank you, good day, and stay safe.